Welcome everyone to a brand new explainer. Today we're jumping right into the incredibly fascinating and, let's be honest, sometimes pretty complex world of unified data architectures and trusted AI. Now, if you've been anywhere near the tech space lately, you know literally everyone is talking about artificial intelligence. But here is the hard truth. An AI strategy is really only as good as the data strategy powering it. So let's dive right into this, because this number is absolutely staggering. Despite companies sitting on just massive mountains of customer data, recent benchmark reports show that a full 80% of leaders out there can't actually use that data to drive their business priorities. Why? Well, it's because their data is trapped in silos. It's scattered across unstructured PDFs, hidden away in chat transcripts, or locked down in legacy data lakes. It is just a massive roadblock.
But don't worry, here is how we're going to solve that problem today. We'll be looking at 1. The disconnected data dilemma, 2. Unifying with Data 360, 3. Architecting your data strategy, 4. Trust and AI guardrails, and finally, 5. The data AI CRM synergy. All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the disconnected data dilemma.
To really understand why businesses are struggling to adopt AI effectively, we've got to look at the modern customer journey when data is fragmented. Take a shopper named Carla, for example. Notice how completely disjointed her experience is here. On day 1, she browses a site and leaves. Day 2, she buys a backpack as a guest. The system doesn't even recognize she already has an account. Then, when the wrong color arrives on day 5, she gets stuck in this awful, lengthy call center queue because the service reps are literally swiveling between different screens to piece together her records. It's a frustrating, broken loop. But look at day 10. This is when Agent Ola finally bridges that gap. He sees her unified profile, realizes she's a rewards member, and uses an AI agent to instantly book her a local class. Boom. That right there is the target experience.
Which brings us right into Section 2, Unifying with Data 360. Okay, so to fix Carla's experience across the board and completely eliminate those call center delays, we need a way to take the absolute chaos of a disconnected enterprise and turn it into a single, cohesive brain. This is a crucial point. Data 360 is not just another database where you dump your files. Think of it as the central nervous system of your operations. It takes fragmented enterprise data, whether that's structured spreadsheet data or unstructured audio files and web metrics, and unifies it into a single real-time customer profile. It processes all this in sub-second real time. So the moment a customer clicks a product on your site, that behavior updates their global profile to power your apps and AI instantly. Now, how does that actually happen? Well, this transformation builds through 3 distinct lifecycle stages. Step 1 is connect. This is where you ingest that structured or unstructured data, setting up streams for your CRM, your website, or legacy systems. Step 2 is harmonize and unify. This is where you cleanse the data and identity resolution rule sets kick in, matching Carla's guest checkout email with her longtime rewards member account to create that unified profile. And finally, step 3 is analyze and act. This is where you query segments, predict behaviors, and actually activate those insights directly in your apps. I have to highlight a major breakthrough here, and it's called zero-copy data federation. Historically, integrating data meant physically copying petabytes of data into a new platform. It was a slow, expensive governance nightmare. But zero-copy is exactly what it sounds like. It is the ability to securely mirror and access data from existing external data lakes or warehouses like Snowflake, AWS, or Google Cloud without physically copying or duplicating a single thing. You get all the AI and analytics benefits without the painful, resource-heavy migration. It's a total game changer. Moving right along, let's jump into Section 3, Architecting Your Data Strategy. With the foundation laid and our data connected, let's explore how we actually architect this strategy across a complex enterprise. Because as any architect will tell you, scaling is usually where things break down. In the old architecture, you'd have multiple siloed orgs, fragmented customer records, and these really complex point-to-point integrations. It was messy. Data Cloud One replaces that old nightmare with a brilliant hub-and-spoke model. You designate a single home org that shares unified data spaces with multiple companion orgs, so different departments can seamlessly access unified profiles without needing their own massive data infrastructure. And within that architecture, we manage governance using data spaces. Data spaces allow you to securely segregate data, metadata, and processes by brand, region, or department while maintaining full autonomy. Basically, this ensures your European marketing team isn't accidentally mixing their campaigns with your Asian customer service data. Everyone gets their own secure slice of the pie while drawing from the exact same underlying Data 360 engine. Now, as we architect all of this, we definitely have to talk about optimization. Since Data 360 is consumption-based, you absolutely must know this number, 1 million. That is the unit multiplier used to calculate how many credits your batch data, streaming data, and queries will actually consume. Every time you harmonize data or run calculated insights, you're spending credits. So the secret to a smart architecture is efficiency, like choosing batch processing over streaming when an update isn't strictly time-sensitive. All right, that brings us to Section 4, Trust and AI Guardrails. Better, unified data inevitably leads to better outcomes, which perfectly sets us up for the most cutting-edge part of our explainer, preparing for AI. Generative AI is incredibly powerful, but handing it the keys to your enterprise data without a safety net, yeah, that's a recipe for disaster. Looking at this real-world risk matrix from a project manager named Becca at Coral Cloud Resorts, we instantly see the stakes. For a hospitality business, regulatory compliance and reputation harm are massive 5 out of 5 risks. If an AI hallucinates an offensive email or leaks data, you're looking at loss of trust, huge fines, legal action, and lost profit. So, to mitigate Becca's terrifying risks, we have to implement 3 vital types of AI guardrails. First up, security guardrails. These ensure secure data retrieval, zero data retention, and data masking. Next, we have technical guardrails, providing prompt defense against injection and jailbreaking from hackers trying to manipulate the model. And finally, ethical guardrails, which handle toxicity screening and bias prevention before an output ever reaches a customer. Notice how you can map those exact guardrails directly to your risks using trust strategies and trust layer features. For example, to tackle data leaks, the strategy is preventing unauthorized access using secure data retrieval and data masking. If an agent asks the AI to summarize a booking, the trust layer automatically masks the customer's credit card info before it even hits the large language model. To prevent reputation harm, it defends against unexpected prompts using prompt defense. And with zero data retention, the LLM immediately forgets the data after generating the response. It is a completely secure closed loop. And finally, we arrive at Section 5, the Data, AI, CRM synergy. We've connected the silos, optimized the architecture, and secured our AI. Now let's look at the ultimate payoff. When data, AI, and CRM finally synergize, every single department is transformed. In sales, reps get one-click, hyper-personalized emails grounded in real CRM history. Service gets auto-generated real-time responses and wrap-up summaries. Marketing can deploy custom landing pages dynamically generated from past purchases. Commerce gets AI-powered demand forecasting for seasonal inventory. And IT? They get AI-driven code generation to automate those boring, repetitive technical tasks. It's literally absolute magic for the entire business. And that brings us to the core truth of this whole transformation. When data, AI, and CRM work together, magic happens. But without a unified, trusted foundation, AI is really just a buzzword. The AI revolution is undeniably here, but its success relies 100% on your data foundation. So, I'll leave you with this final, critical question to think about. Is your data ready to be trusted? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and we will see you next time.